Oh, hi there. I hadn't expected you so soon. How are you doing? Whoa, I swear I'm all right. It was nothing you needed to be worried about. Cal tried to call. I didn't pick up the phone, and I'm just trying to get it off my mind, to be honest. They'll always be trying to find a way to get to me. Just like when I started selling my art online. And if I find out it's them, I'm just gonna cut all ties with them. It's over. We're done, and Cal just needs to accept that. They were toxic to me, and they're not entitled to my forgiveness. I'd much rather spend time with you, to be honest, since you're the one who actually wants to help me when I have problems. Yeah. In hindsight, whenever I think of Cal, I just remember someone awful. Someone who tried to cut me off from my friends. Someone who tried to tell me I was wrong every chance they got. Someone who was just bitter, spiteful, and annoying. Someone who wanted to control me. But I broke through the screen they put up, and broke free from them, and saw them as they really are. Just an awful, horrible person who I shouldn't have dated. But that's the past. I want to focus on the future. Come on in. So you've dressed up nicely. Great. Because I've decided to try my hand at sketching with charcoal. Yeah, it's something totally new. Sometimes an artist just needs to try something new, you know? I'm sure Eliot will agree. I've been painting and sculpting for a long time now, and I needed some variety. Who better to draw than my very favorite person in this town? Yeah, really. You're my favorite. Not only do you have an incredibly photogenic face, you also have a kind demeanor, and you give me the greatest gifts. You find time to cook for me even though I know your days are really busy. You come over almost every single day to keep me company for a bit. It's amazing to see just how much you can cram into a day. Sometimes I see you walking around the forest, and I feel like a ray of sunlight is shining onto my face. Your presence just feels warm. I guess you inspire me, sure. Not sure if muse is the right word, but you're definitely the closest thing I have to a muse. Now, come over here. The light of the moon through the window would make a perfect close-up of your face right now. But the moon moves quickly, and I know you need to get to bed before 2 a.m., so we should really get started. Yeah, charcoal is actually a really interesting material to work with. You need to be really careful, since applying too much pressure can snap the pencil, while applying too little will make your strong lines look really faded and subtle, which isn't ideal. There's also something called Siberian chalk, which is a combination between a really smooth crayon and charcoal. Harder to snap, always leaves nice and chunky lines, but in return it's not as great making more subtle lines. Usually using a combination of the two is the best. But in a pinch you don't need the Siberian chalk. You can just go over the same line a whole lot to get a similar effect. Charcoal's also great for covering large areas that slowly get brighter, since it can be smeared out and the pigment fades as you spread it. It's really unique. Since pen doesn't spread that well at all, pencils don't spread as easily without just the right tools, and paint is much harder to make fade as you need to manually keep mixing more white into it to fill it in. The big trade-off, of course, is that charcoal isn't colored. It does make for gorgeous black and white stills, though. Truly magnificent. You know, it kind of feels strange to say it like this, but I do really think you're breathtaking. I can feel it in my chest. Every time I see you, my heart pounds my chest a bit harder. It feels weird. I never thought I'd be able to feel this way for someone so soon after Cal. No, don't get up. I need you to sit still for the sketch so I can share how I feel. There's this tension between us, like this, artist and subject, looking at each other with extreme intent, with dedication, with focus, until the world just fades into the background, and only the two of us exist, for just a moment. It's intimate in a way that no other event can really match. It's not a sensual intimacy, nor friendly or transactional intimacy. It's unique, one of a kind. Some think that it's something sexual when the subject is posing in full natura, but that's just a blatant lie. It's not about looking at the form of the other, not about sexuality or attraction. It's about absolute obsession, about creating and copying beauty. It's about love, in a way that no other type of love could match. I feel like I'm doing a poor job of telling you this, but I suppose it's about my love for you. It's about wordlessly expressing what I think of you, what I see when I look at you. I'm not great with words. Eliot, Lewis, almost everyone knows how to express their feelings, their thoughts, through words. I'm not good at that. I'm good at showing. I'm good at drawing. I'm good at painting, sculpting, not talking. I'm just struggling. I want to share, believe me, I do. I want to tell you how much I love you, how gorgeous you are to me. But something's keeping me from talking about it. And I don't know if that's my history with relationships, my own personality, or something else entirely. But I wish it wasn't there. I wish I could find the words to say how much I love you. That I could just confess and have it all be all right, but I can't seem to do it. So I have to focus on something else and let my mouth wander away from my conscious mind as I focus on something else entirely. I choose to do that right here and now. I'm focusing on sketching you while I talk, so I don't have to think about what I'm saying, because I know I'd overthink. I know I'd bring up painful memories, ask hard questions to myself while I already know that it's all just me trying to put up walls, trying to keep myself from saying that I really do love you, that I want you to be mine, that I want to be yours, trying to keep myself from opening up to you while I want you to read me like an open book. I'm putting up walls, but I need to break them down for my own good. So I'm sorry if this is weird, and I'd understand it if you never wanted to see me again after this, but I love you, and I'm not ashamed about that. Not anymore. And there. I think I'm done now. Oh, I just kind of let my mouth run when I'm sketching. Helps me clear my mind, I guess. Sorry for rambling. What did I say? You love me? I'm not... Yes, I love you too. I really do. I'd love to be with you, Farmer. Yes, I would simply adore marrying you. We don't even have to do a ceremony if you don't want to. I just want to be yours, forever from now on. Just kiss me again. Thank you. Thank you for all of that. I'm not sure if anything I said earlier makes sense, but at this point I don't care anymore. I just want you to hold me, to kiss me, to love me. Would you do that for me? Thank you. Farmer. I'm sorry if I made you uncomfortable. I just tuned out everything other than what I was seeing, and you were what I was seeing, so I know. I don't need to explain.